What's up, friends? Welcome to Redheads in Alaska. I am here in my lovely dark basement. Hopefully the lighting is okay. Super excited for today's video. We are doing an unboxing and setup of our newest Alaskan homesteading survival device. Is that what you would call it? That's what we're gonna call it. My husband and I have been talking about wanting one of these for quite some time now. And while we were out of town in Arizona, we actually found someone here in Anchorage who was selling them. And I mean, we had to get it. So coming up next, we will show you what we are talking about. Drum roll, please. Oh wait, that didn't. Was that too hard? Drum roll, please.
We got a freeze dryer.
Bria is right. This is our new beautiful toy. And I am so excited.
Superman!
Look, we kind of match. We're both in Sherpa.
What's Sherpa?
This fuzzy stuff.
Eh?
Anyway, we both got interested and excited about freeze drying when Nate's parents bought a freeze dryer. And we have just like heard from them all the amazing stuff that the freeze dryer can do. We are really wanting to build up a food supply, especially here in Alaska. Sometimes you don't know if something happens and it can be hard to get food up here. I have heard that there have been times where where like a truck can't make it here and you don't have eggs, or you might not have milk, all different kinds of things. You never know if it's ever gonna run out at the grocery store. So we want to do this so that we always have a stockpile of emergency food, and this will be good emergency food, not like
Candy?
No, I mean not like nasty stuff that are like what am I trying to say? Those like camping meals that are like not that good. This will be like top-notch deliciousness, right?
Right.
Bria, what are you most excited to freeze dry?
Skittles.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Is that what you need when we're in a famine? Skittles?
Skittles.
All right, we are gonna do that. And when I find the boys, we will ask them what they are most excited about for freeze dry.
I want to see
Lincoln, what are you excited to freeze dry?
strawberries. Strawberry.
Wesley, what are you excited to freeze dry?
Orange juice.
Orange juice? Okay, we'll have to try it
Like
for
and
ya.
subscribe if you like to eat that type.
Oh yeah. Bria, what are you guys excited for?
Me and my brothers are gonna make freeze-dried candy to sell.
We thought it would be a fun little opportunity for the kids to learn some business skills, and they are gonna help do freeze-dried candy, and we will be trying to sell them. So maybe we will eventually even make it so that our awesome viewers can purchase our candy. So let's get to the unboxing. Okay, I tried to set up the camera so we could see the box and the freeze dryer. The size we bought is the medium size. There are, I believe, 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. We went with the medium and with the oil pump. They do have an upgraded pump system that does not require oil. It's about, I think, $1,000 or $1,500 more for the oil-free pump. We decided to go with the oil pump, and I think it'll be just fine. It just adds a little more work into the maintenance of the freeze dryer. If you're curious about price, I will be fully transparent with you here. The freeze dryers are not cheap. I wish I could have been gifted this freeze dryer, but no, we purchased this freeze dryer. We're hoping, as we had talked about with the kids, to offset some of the costs with being able to sell some of the things that we make. We will see how that goes. The medium-sized oil pump freeze dryer was just under $3,000. We were lucky and found a dealer who sold this in Anchorage and had them in stock. We originally had looked at the company's website, Harvest Right, and the shipping costs to Alaska were extremely high. So we were super grateful to find advertisement on Facebook Marketplace that he sold these in his store, and I will put his information next in the next slide of this video in case you happen to be local and looking for a freeze dryer. He had some in stock, so that was super nice. Okay, I am super new to this. We are gonna open the box. We're gonna learn as we go. So, your freeze dryer comes with the accessories and the dryer. We will just pull some of these out. This says it is the oil filter. So, and I believe this bottle is the oil for the pump. It uses the same oil and you can reuse it, but after you drain it from the pump, you have to filter it to clean out the oil, and then you can put the same oil back into the machine. So it comes with things to be able to filter your oil. That's nice. Or actually, I'm gonna stack my stuff over here. Oxygen absorbers. When you have your things that you've freeze dried, you can store them in Mylar bags, and you put an oxygen absorber in them to keep them fresh and long lasting. It looks like they give you 50. We have Mylar bags. This is an 8x12 size, 50. I did order some on Amazon also in like smaller packaging so we could put like the candies and the stuff that we make in them. But that's nice to have that. All right, impulse sealer. I believe this is a sealer to seal the Mylar bags. So I will check that out. These here are the trays. So you put your food on the trays. It comes with 4, and you can slide them into the machine. So you can get a decent amount of food on the medium-sized freeze dryer. And we have owner's manual, troubleshooting guide, the hoses and electrical cords, a guide to freeze drying. That will be extremely helpful. I will need to study this. And then this, I am going to have my husband pull out because it's very heavy, is the Premier vacuum pump. I don't need to pull it out just yet. But this is that sealer. You can kind of see what it looks like there. We are planning to keep the pump down here, and there is a plug that you run from the pump to the back of the freeze dryer, which I will try to show you here. And that's where it gets its power source, is from the freeze dryer itself. The pump itself also came with its own set of oil. So it's nice. Now we've got more. We have a problem. So I just read that this freeze dryer cannot be powered with a with an extension cord. So this table it's sitting on is on wheels. So we are gonna need to wheel it around the basement and find a better place where we can plug it in that it'll reach an outlet. We have found a place where our plug can reach the power source. So for now we are here. The first thing you have to do is add oil to the pump and run the pump for a minute to get the oil flowing before we connect it to the machine. So that is what we're going to do next. You start just by removing this cover, and your oil is going to go in there, and this is where you can see your fill lines. They say to put it somewhere in between the max and min, like right in the middle. All right, so Nate is going to pour the oil. We're using a funnel just to help prevent spillage. And we can see the oil starting to fill.
Slowly but steady. Okay, now it's starting to go.
Let's see. Smidge more. All right, and then the next step is we are going to put the lid back on and turn the power on and run it for a minute. Okay, one other thing, yeah, while you screw that back on, this valve here always needs to be in the open position, not closed.
What about this valve?
They didn't say anything about that, so don't touch it. All right, go ahead. And, oh. All right, you can hear it running. We're gonna let it go for a minute and then check the oil line after that.
A bit of oil.
Our oil line dropped a little bit, so we are gonna add some more oil before we hook it up to the freeze dryer. We are connecting the electrical into the back of the machine. We got the pump plugged in and then the power cord. We moved the pump back down here. The only thing is they want you to keep it level if you're ever moving the pump, no tilting it, because that can displace the oil. And we're gonna also now connect the vacuum hoses. So the vacuum hose attaches there and then comes to the side of the machine right over here. I think we've got enough space. On this side of the machine is the drain hose to have the, what am I trying to say? The valve closed while it's in operation. You have it perpendicular, and when you're ready to drain during the defrost cycle, you put it parallel. And we are going to attach tubing, which we will put a bucket underneath to collect the water. I think we have everything set up, so we are now going to do a test run on the freeze dryer to make sure everything is running properly. We are going to first turn on the machine. I'm just following the booklet here. Turn on the freeze dryer by pressing the switch on. On. And we are going to perform a test to make sure it is working properly. So we'll do that next. Okay, so we have to push the leaf button. You should hear the refrigerator, oh wait, toggle on the freeze by pressing the on-off button icon. You should hear the refrigeration condenser turn on. Close the door and the drain valve. Let it freeze for 30 minutes or more. Then toggle the vacuum to on by pressing the on button. You will hear the vacuum pump turn on. Within 20 to 30 minutes, pressure reading will decrease. Okay, so we will be back in 30 minutes to check on this. Okay, so our Freeze has gone for 30 minutes, so we are now going to hit the vacuum button.
Just press.
Oh. And that should turn on the pump. We hear it going. We're, all right, yeah, it's looking good. Here's our bucket for our drain hose that we put in right there. And then this is the number that we are looking to go down to below 500. If it goes down below 500, then we know we are A-okay. There are no leaks. Hello, Lincoln, I see your reflection.
Hello.
All right, we will let you know when we get there. What's ironic is after I filmed that part talking about how Alaska can sometimes run out of like eggs or milk or certain grocery supplies, I went to Walmart like 2 hours ago in between, and they were completely out of eggs. I will post a picture after this that shows the empty shelves. I'm like, okay, prime time to have freeze-dried eggs, but can't buy our supplies yet. It would be nice if we had some chickens, but they don't do too well in the cold. You have to have a heated like pen and stuff. Anyway, freeze-dried eggs, definitely want to have. All right, we are almost at below 500. Let's see. And we did it. That means everything ran successfully. The book said it could take 20 to 30 minutes to get below 500 mTOR, but it did it in 7 minutes and 19 seconds. So we are now going to hit done. And we are going to open the drain valve. Down or up?
Parallel.
Okay.
Nice.
And if you can see in there, that white ice is what's going to be draining into the bucket. So your first run in the freeze dryer is supposed to be a batch of bread that is sprayed with like a vinegar spray, and that's to help get any new plasticky smells out of the machine, so that when you do your first run of your real freeze drying food, that everything is done perfectly. We are doing the bread run now, where we just are doing a set of cheapo bread to just absorb any weird new chemical smells and stuff like that into the bread. It'll be thrown away. Do I have enough bread? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I've just moistened these slices of bread with just a little, kind of like a sprinkle of water. They say to add a little bit of moisture to your bread. I've seen some people will like spray it with vinegar. I didn't do that because I couldn't find my spray bottle, but this will be fine. We are gonna get it in the machine in just a minute. Okay, we are gonna get this started. So Nate is going to close the drain valve. We are going to come to the machine and press start. And it is asking what type of pump we have, because this is the first time we're running it, and we have the Premier oil pump, so we're gonna select that. Hit save. Load trays into freeze dryer. Close drain valve. Because this just did that test run, it's already cooled. You wanna, normally when you start, it'll take like 15 minutes to cool down the machine before you put your food in, but since it's already cold, we can put the food in now. He is going to close the door, make sure it's locked, continue. Freezing. Okay, now we just wait. It will, once the freezing process is done, it then turns over to the drying process. So with that, we are going to just check back in once this process is done. When the time is up for the drying time, it's gonna tell us to open the drain valve, and then we can remove our bread from the machine, and then it'll start the defrost process. So we're excited to see how this works. We're gonna go to bed and hopefully wake up to this being done and not having any problems. So we will see you tomorrow, but in this video, it's gonna be a snap. Okay, we are almost done. In the settings, it was set for an extra drying period, which you can take out or use. Depending on the type of food you're doing, it may need extra drying time. This bread did not need the extra drying time, but that's all right, not gonna hurt anything. So we will film getting this out of the freeze dryer once we're at 0. All right, we got our process complete screen, and it prompts you to open the drain valve to vent. So that is the next job. Parallel is open. You can now open the door. Are the trays cold?
No, there's a warm cycle that happens right before it opens.
And we are now going to hit the defrost button. No, hit defrost.
Oh.
Keep drain valve open. Remove product from dryer. Close door. We got it. Continue. All right, looks like it'll be 2 hours for the defrost cycle. Let's fill this bread. It feels completely dry, which is what we want. I can show you, it's extremely crunchy and dried. Okay, there's the intro of our unboxing and setup of our new Harvest Right freeze dryer. I'm so excited to get to work freeze drying our favorite things, the yummy treats, the fresh fruits, vegetables, meals, all. I mean, what I was trying to say is the options are limitless. I am stoked. I plan on doing YouTube videos of all of the things that we freeze dry. My goal is going to be to never repeat the same food item in the freeze dryer for the videos that we put up on YouTube. Since I'm gonna be having a lot of freeze dryer content, I am going to be making a separate YouTube channel specifically dedicated to freeze drying. I don't wanna clog up this channel with just freeze drying, since we're doing more of our fun Alaskan adventures over here on Redheads in Alaska. So once I come up with a YouTube name and get that all set up, I will be putting the link to that in the description of this video, and I will also link that channel to the homepage of Redheads in Alaska YouTube channel. So you'll be able to go back and forth. If you are interested in all of the things that we're gonna be freeze drying, go ahead and click over to that YouTube channel and subscribe, and you'll be able to follow along all of the freeze drying excitement that's gonna be happening over. I'm sure we'll periodically have freeze drying videos here on this channel, but for the most part, it will be on the other channel. So subscribe there, subscribe here if you wanna follow along on our Alaskan adventures. Anyway, we will see you on the next video. See ya.